Chi-Hua Chien, who has a wooden iPhone case. Chi-Hua. I'm confused with the distinction, if there is one, between mobile and social. You're presenting mobile as this huge new thing, the thing that changes everything. But John Doerr, one of your colleagues at Kleiner, talked about social as being this third great stage in the evolution of computing after the personal computer and the internet. Kleiner has committed to an S fund, a social fund. In your mind, are social and mobile, are they the same thing?
Definitely not. Both are significant new platforms, and they give rise to significant new opportunities for startups. So we, in addition to the S fund, which is a $250 million fund, we have an I fund, which is a $200 million fund that we announced in collaboration with Apple 3 months before the App Store shipped, the SDK. And we think both of those are platform opportunities which are going to give rise to new applications. So there's really three converging opportunities right now that are driving the hypergrowth you see in a lot of these companies. The startups nowadays are achieving unprecedented success at unprecedented rates, not just in terms of users and page views and metrics which are a little bit soft, but real financial performance. And the reason is because the combination of going from 0 to 2 billion social networking users in 8 years. Right? Friendster was founded in 2003, the very first social network. 8 years later, there's 2 billion people using that. 4 years and 1 month ago, there was no iPhone. So in 4 years and a month, we've gone from 0 to 500 million App Store connected mobile computing devices. Those aren't separate phenomena. They're two platforms that have a compounding effect that they stack on top of each other and lead to these applications growing much more quickly. So we're betting on both. We're betting aggressively on both. We've made probably about 20 investments in mobile out of our iFund. We've made about 8 investments in social out of our S fund, and we plan to make a lot more.
There's been some talk that that social has gone too far, that we're now in a bubble.
In what
Not
sense?
in a
Gone
bubble,
too far?
in a bubble.
In terms of valuations?
Well, in terms of valuations, in terms of startups, in terms of people's focus. What's your opinion of that?
If you take a look at the underlying business performance of these companies, it would suggest that we're not in a bubble. These companies are growing at unprecedented rates.
These companies, what, being Facebook,
Facebook, Zynga, LinkedIn, Twitter, Groupon. The rate at which they're growing, not in funny metrics, but revenues and profits, it's unprecedented.
So you're as excited about opportunities in social as you are in mobile?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you still believe that for entrepreneurs out there with a social idea that there are still opportunities in social?
Oh, yeah. Every single one of these categories is going to get reinvented around social. So if you take a look at the companies the large companies that were created in Web 1.0, what did they essentially do? They took physical processes and moved them online into a slightly more efficient but still asynchronous kind of person to commercial entity relationship. Amazon was hugely successful changing the process by which you went to the store or bookstore and bought a product and moving it instead to a process by which that product could be ordered online and delivered to you. Google took the process by which you would go to the library to search for information and put it in a web browser. You can sit in front of a browser and search for information and have it available to you instantaneously, right? None of those companies, though, did anything to harness the impact or the effect of your friends and people who you know and people in the larger community who have expertise to help you do any of those things more efficiently. So every vertical where there was a significant company created in Web 1.0, whether it's commerce or finance or health or travel or media, each of these is now going to be reinvented around a social experience that takes full advantage of the relationships that you have to improve the user experience.